Hey, good morning, everyone. Almost good afternoon here on July 16th. Um, wow, time flies. So, what I'm going to do is cover the stats for May and June on this month's episode. So, what I've got here, what you're seeing on my screen share here are the entire board overall statistics because I want to start kind of on a larger level just so you get a sense of what's going on and what all this means. So, what we're seeing here, as an example, Central Okanagan, North Okanagan. So, you'll see that, Central Okanagan, these numbers that are going down represent units sold in dollar value. The arrows going up means that there's more product. Okay. So, when we see that, that just screams buyer's market. All right. So, not as much of a buyer's market here in the North Okanagan, and Revelstoke even less. Um, South Okanagan still buyer's market, but look at here. Definitely a seller's market in the South Peace River area. Okay, so sales are up 51%. Inventory's down fairly significantly too. So definitely a seller's market in the Peace River area. Now we get to Kamloops. So this is for May. Okay, so down 11, basically 12% in number of sales and dollar value. But look over here. Look at our inventory spike up. Okay, so this tells us that we too are in a buyer's market. Now let me jump over to June. Oh, and we're already into, hang on, let me back up here. Okay, so June, everything kind of stayed the same in the central. North Okanagan, sales were down substantially more, way more in the Shuswap Revelstoke for June. And South Okanagan pretty much held its own. And then the Peace River went from 51% increase to 29% decrease month, from May to June. So things really got quiet in June pretty much everywhere. And you can see this here. Look at Kamloops. We're down almost 25% in number of sales in the month of June. Okay. And then inventory is still growing. So very much a buyer's market. So let's look at Kamloops specifically. So June sales were down 11.9%. This is for single family only. Okay, so benchmark is basically held the same price of 652. Number of days on market 46, which was down by 13%, which is a good sign. But what that also means is that I think a lot of the product got back into a realistic price range because of the fact that May was a huge shift over April. And so we saw a lot of price adjustments, and as a result, fewer days on market. So things, people, the biggest challenge right now, I can tell you, is, tempering home sellers' expectations. Still is, it has been for over a year, and it's still going on. So that's why I'm doing these videos, to hopefully help you understand and see what's actually going on out there. So inventory's up 35% basically. Now we're going into townhomes, sales down 38%, benchmark 540, days on market very similar to single family, and inventory went way up, okay, 84%. So good time to be buying a townhome. Condo apartment sales down 51%, benchmark down, days on market down, inventory up. So there's a lot of product in each sector, whether it's townhome, condo, single family. And, either you come on at the right price and you kind of get ahead of the game and look good by having fewer days on the market. Or you're going to have to end up making price reductions if you do get off to a false start, and then adjust your price accordingly to make yourself relevant again in the home buyer's eyes, because if you're 60 days, 70 days on the market, you are for sure stale, especially in this market. And if you haven't had a price adjustment in that time frame, you might as well be off the market. Okay, because what you're doing is saying, no, I'm holding out. I'm going to keep swimming against the current and hope for something different. Okay, well, it's the definition of insanity, as we all know. Um, so the thing to understand right now is, and accept. Okay, it's interesting how we can all accept prices going up, not by our own doing, but by the market's doing, the economy's doing. But we struggle when the economy pulls back, it takes away the money that it gave us or the equity that it gave us. So it's one thing to dump $200,000 in your home and expect to get it back, which you ought to, and then some if you did the right renovations. But when the market's giving it to you, the market can take it back. It doesn't need to ask permission. Okay, so to play the game with the market is like going to Vegas and expecting to come home with money. You're not going to win. It's just not going to happen. So if you're interested in selling, and it doesn't matter what part of the province, as you can see, and I showed you our board, but these numbers would be fairly consistent throughout the entire province. So if you're moving within the province, if you're leaving a buyer's market, you're likely going into a buyer's market. So it's all relative. So it's and if you want to wait for the prices to come back, and we don't know that they will. Okay, honestly, we had a black swan event with COVID, and the interest rates were such that in combination with that event, we had a price explosion in 2021 and 2022 that I'd never seen before in 31 years. So, the biggest explosions we'd seen previous to that, I'd seen the market double twice in my first 25 years, but that took 4 years. So basically 25% increases annually, and they were consistent and steady. And then, we had the event, the market crash in 2008. But prior to that, the market doubled from 1990 to 94. Okay. But prior to that, and then for 10 years after that, I should say from 94 to 2004, it flatlined. It did nothing. Okay. Like literally nothing. The prices did not go up. They did not go down. So to bet that prices are going to come back to where they are today, I'm not betting they are. I would not make that bet, and because I would rather deal with what reality is than some black swan event with historically low interest rates, and it was like combining or making nitroglycerin and having the prices explode. So that's what happened. So this is where we're at. If again, it's never a bad time to sell or buy. It's just how you go about it. And if you go about it the right way, you'll get the result you need, and you'll be able to move on and carry on with your life. If you're looking to swing for the fences and get a home run or sneak something past the market, it's not going to happen. So that's where we're at today. And yeah, I'll leave it at that. I've been on for almost 9 minutes, so I wish you well. Enjoy the sunshine. And if you have any questions, give me a call, 250-819-4727. I'm here to help you and help you better understand the market. Okay? Take care. Have a great rest of your summer.